All right. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm your host, James, host of More Than a Podcast. And I'm just playing around, just getting ready to build some decks, play some games, and hopefully win something. So, right now, I'm going to build me a 60 card historic deck. Historic is basically meaning that my cards are including those that have gone out of rotation or are of older sets. So they are legal in historic. It is my one of my favorite formats next to Brawl. But ultimately, my favorite format is Commander, which they do not have in here. So we play the other formats until they do it. So I was thinking I'm gonna go ahead and build a deck this morning. I want to build something that is basically giving me the best of two worlds, which is I okay. So I like to play with white decks. Most people don't. Um, if I feel that I'm being destroyed too often, then I will definitely switch to black decks. And if I feel like I really want to troll somebody or give people a level of frustration, then I'll play blue. But today I'm going to try and build a historic deck, which is going to be in the colors of Orsov, which is black and white. So I'm gonna try to get. Let me see what we got here. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right. So first off, I want to see what do we. Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe what I'll do. Let me see if I have enough of her. So I have two Tessa Karlovs, and I really like her in Brawl or Commander. Uh, but I think that she would be just as effective in standard or in historic. So her abilities read: if a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger that ability, triggers an additional time. Creature tokens you control have vigilance and lifelink. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a deck called Afterlife. So Afterlife is a function where you can read it here. When the creature dies, you'll see right there on the left side. When the creature dies, create X number of white and black spirit creature tokens with flying. So you'll end up creating spirits. Um, Certain creatures give you a certain amount of afterlife. So this particular one, Seraph of the Scales, gives you two. So then you'll get two spirits. But I'm also going to show you guys how I am going to take advantage of that. So I'm going to go ahead and put in two Tessas because I want to up my chances of pulling her within the first three draws. I don't necessarily need her in my starting hand because she's pretty expensive. She's 4 total mana. So, by my third draw, I should have enough mana on the board to drop my fourth mana and then play her if I need to. But let's go and look at some other creatures that are worthwhile. Seraph of the Scales is a pretty dope creature for Afterlife. I passed up on somebody who's really gonna Cruel Celebrant. This is your overkill right here. I'm taking all three because yeah, this can just go nuts. And let's read the description. When Cruel Celebrant or another creature, planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Um, the death triggering that ability is going to trigger twice with Tessa. So dying creatures causing a triggered ability. So it can be the afterlife, which is set up in her particular set, or it could be just anything that triggers upon death. So yeah, I'm gonna take some good advantage of that. I want to get some more afterlife individuals. So let me kind of pick around here. I know there are going to be some that are just in the mono colors of black and white. I definitely want to bring a Mortify with me. Um, I don't like to do too much hate when it comes to um, playing against other people. Like, I know people, like I played somebody last night that was playing with a mono black, and I mean, it was like every other card was murder, and if it wasn't murder, it was something else that exiled something. And it's like, I like to save myself from circumstances, but I don't like to be so advantageous where it's like I don't give a person a chance to, at the very least, get their deck rolling. And I know that's not everybody's thought on playing Magic or competition in general. Most people think like, oh well, it's the role is to win, and you're right. But I like to win, knowing that I gave you a fair shot. So I don't know, I'm weird. So I'm gonna type in Afterlife, which is just nifty because it pretty much narrows down what I need. So these are too much of a cost. I'll bring the Enforcer. I'll bring one of him, and I'll bring one of her. And let's see how many creatures we have so far. So right now we have 9 creatures total. I usually like to go about 12, maybe 14, and then the rest are going to be abilities. I still have no low costing creatures. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into black, and I'm going to just go and just grab some creatures that aren't necessarily adherent to the abilities of Tessa, but they'll still be effective, because what I want, and what you should want when you start playing, is you should want to have a starting hand that allows you to play right away, so that you could just get your board state, get a solid board state, especially by your third draw. You want to have a pretty effective board state, so that if if and when things start to happen, in an aggressive tone, if they start to attack, you want to be able to block or put up some type of defense. So that is important. So I am going to. So now I pretty much have as many creatures as I'm going to want. 13 solid. I'm good with 13. So now it's time to start playing around with the tricks of the trade. So we're gonna go back, and we're gonna focus on these triggers, right? So death triggers. There are a couple of cards. So how about this one? Actually, I think I'm gonna trade him in. I'm gonna bring 3 of him, and I will take back the Fan Bearer. Don't need him. And I like those because they can let me attack fast. So 14's good. So 14, we're kind of pushing it, but this is going to be cool because, especially, like, I can play a couple of them in the beginning, but if I'm able to play other things and then get Tessa out there and then play them, that right here it says if he dies, you can create a one white soldier with one white soldier creature token with lifelink. But again, with her ability, if she's on the board, you're gonna get 2. But again, like I told you guys, I'm going to exploit these rules a bit. So let me see exactly. I'm kind of thumbing through. I do this every time because I don't like to I don't like to miss anything, and I want to make sure. I'm going to take this one. I love this one. This is a good card because sometimes you'll get people that really bring out big nasties right in the beginning, and you want to be able to nullify their offense in some way. So, if you're able to take their big, tough monster that they put a lot of mana into on the bottom of their deck, then that's a saving grace that you're gonna definitely be happy about. So let me see. I'm leaning a lot on white because I do enjoy a lot of the removal and kind of the defensive spells that white has, but there's particular cards that I have to bring. But I'm gonna just kind of look through everything and just make sure. This is one of the cards I use when I'm doing like a human deck. Man, this thing just it ramps your team pretty good. All right, let's see. Okay, none of this, none of this. Aha, here we are. This is definitely coming. Anointed processions or anointed procession. If an effect will create one or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. This is going to be overkill if we can get it off. A lot of people will see anointed processions and they will immediately know what your strategy is, and they will do any and everything to make sure to thwart that. I definitely want to bring one Elspeth because she has an ability to create white human soldiers, which is cool. And to create that, if she creates two and I have anointed procession, that means that I will get four. So that it's basically I'm working on both sides of triggers and both sides of life and death and both sides of creation. So I'm just making sure that no matter if I'm creating or I'm dying, I'm getting more value basically. So let's get a few more white cards. We're at 44 out of 60. 60 is the limit. And I usually go over 60. I usually get about, sorry about that. I usually get about 65, maybe 67 cards that I just go ahead and just pile in the deck, and then I basically just kind of wean off whatever I don't feel is necessary to have. This is another good card to probably put in the deck. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, that many 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance are created instead. Man, I mean, yes, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. This is basically going to be reminiscent of my normal deck. Here's another good one to kind of offset that. When Reverend Hoplite enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens equal to your devotion to white. This is really cool, especially when your board state is already grown, and if you have a devotion of maybe 6, you can get 6 tokens out of him. If you already have your divine visitation out, then you're going to get 6 4/4 angels, and if you have your anointed processions, that's going to double the triggers. So instead of 6, you're going to get 12, and it's game over. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this can get out of hand really, really fast. So okay, so I think I'm gonna end it as far as the white cards. Now let's go in the black because we definitely need some defense. We need to be able to, fend off the individuals that are trying to kind of make sure we don't do anything. And I like to take this one too, Disentome, return target creature card, because sometimes you'll want to have a certain creature rolling and then they'll kind of spy that, but you need to get it back. So you definitely want to do that. Fatal Push. This was one of my favorite cards when I actually played physical Magic. Destroy target creature if it has converted mana cost 2 or less. This can basically stifle a person's if they're rolling and they're dropping a bunch of creatures, low cost creatures maybe. You can negate that entirely. So I'm going to take 2 of those just to make sure I keep them in check. Let's see. I want to also bring what else? Alrighty, let's see. There's so many cards in black that are just dastardly, and like you think about what's the worst ways you could take advantage of your opponent. But like I said, I like to be competitive whilst not being overboard. And see, look, now I'm bringing too many creatures. I got 16 now. I like to bring Dreadhorde Invasion sometimes because what this does is it gives me a level of protection. For 2 mana, I basically ensure myself that I'm going to have some kind of board state, even if they wipe my board. Once it becomes my turn again, I'm going to get a 1/1 skeleton, and then it basically generates more power every time they don't deal with it. So that can get pretty out of hand if they're not paying attention. So let's see, 51. All right, so we got 9 more cards to bring. I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna go get the murder cards. Yeah, I'm gonna just go and get murder. I think the bulk of my creatures are gonna come from white, but that's fine. Man, this is such a good card. Bastion of Remembrance. Anytime your creatures die, your opponents lose life and you gain a life. But I'd much rather put that in like a lifelink deck or something. But I mean, I could put it in this deck too, but I'm gonna ignore it for right now. Let's see. A lot of good cards. Grim Tutor gotta come. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's always gonna be in the deck. Let's see what else we got. Okay, murder. There we go. I like this murder card. I'm gonna bring 2 of those. Let's see what else. Oh, you know what? I have another white card that I actually have to bring, and I'm gonna go back and get it. But first, I'm gonna put. I have 6 more cards that I can bring. I am definitely gonna be bringing some Lilianas over, but I also want to get some more high costing in-game creatures. So I'm kind of looking through here. This is a cool card. I like this one, Doom Whisperer. I'll bring 1, and let's see what else we have. So, all right, and Massacre Girl. This is this is one of my favorites because it's basically a board wipe as a creature. And I definitely love using this card when people are very confident and they have like all of their 1 drops and their 2 drops and their 3s, and then they got their big nasties, and she basically kills everything on the board. So there's no room to there's no room for confidence once she gets out there. I'm gonna bring this Liliana. I'm also gonna bring Massacre Worm. All right, I got 1 more card to bring, and I told you guys I'm gonna go back to white and go get it. Let's see. It is. Let's see. I think it's an enchantment. Let's see. Okay, let's see what we have here. It might not be an enchantment, but I definitely know what card it is that I want to bring. I mean, I could just type the name of the card, but I'd much rather just kind of look for it and then surprise myself. Okay, it's definitely not an enchantment, so it's going to be an artifact. It is an artifact. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Did I even pay for it? No, I know I paid for it. And when I say I paid for it, I mean I used my points. Where in the heck is it? Where in the heck is it? I totally know I have it. Where is it? It's probably not. It's got to be an artifact because it sits on the board. Oh, gosh. Okay, so now we got to search. So this is going to be funny. All right, so I'm going to do, and some of you might already know what I'm up to, but let's see. I think it's rare. So, and say collected and not collected. I want to do both. Okay. And now this is a good card to have, man. This is, wow. Like if you get this rolling, bro, please. Like this upsets a lot of people, but that's not the card I'm looking for. Where is the card? Okay, is it mythic rare? I know it's not mythic rare. I'm gonna do uncommon too. What are we doing? Alrighty. Okay, so what do we got going here? Let's see. It's seriously not in here. Is it colorless? It's not colorless. I don't think that it's colorless. I don't. We're gonna find out though. Ooh, this is a good card. This is a really good card, but I'm not gonna use it. Aha, this is it right here, Phantom Monicon. if an artifact or creature entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, the ability triggers an additional time. So again, like I said, whether I come in or I leave, whatever, I'm going to get value. So I'm bringing 2 of these, and then I'm going to negate to bring 1 of something else. I'm definitely bringing 2 of those. I got 3 of the cell. Oh my goodness. You know what? I think I could just do without that. Okay, so there's the deck. All right, there's the deck. So, and the funny thing about it is, like, I don't really put too much brain power into this. Like, I know there are people who are probably face palming, but I do pretty well with what I build. You know, when I do go back and tinker with the deck, it's usually in an effort, like if let's say I lose, if I lose like 3, maybe 5 times in a row, then I'll definitely go and tinker and see where I went wrong. But for the most part, I do pretty freaking well. So let's test this out. Let's see exactly where we're going to be. You know, there's a lot of tough people out there. There's some people that it's kind of funny because I'll see my death before it happens and I just concede. And it's not to be salty. It's just, you know, like there are people who really put their mind to it, and they have an after effect for every effect and a reaction for every action. And it's pretty awesome to watch, but I know I could never be that good. Alrighty. So, ooh, this is a good starting hand. I got a good starting hand because I got a 1-drop right off the back. I got enough mana to play it. I could stop them quick if they start to get tricky. And I have her, but that's effectively not going to be, it's not going to be effective until I get some of those cards that are adherent to her particular trigger. So drop, and I get to attack because they have haste. Booyah. Let's see what they do. Alright. Now, if they're playing mono blue, I'm going to be really mad because mono blue basically means they're going to counter every single thing, or they're going to send everything back to my hand, or they may just make me mill all my cards. If they have a mill deck, then I will concede because my deck relies heavily on me having every single card that I have, and I cannot afford to have anything in graveyard since I don't have much graveyard recurrence. You know, it's not gonna be worth it. And he used 2 ops. Oh, that's cool. I got a Disentome, so if I do lose something, it won't be that bad. Okay, so don't have anything yet. 1 more mana, and I'll be able to play Tessa, which will be cool. But I want to be really careful because, again, if this dude, yeah, he's playing mono blue. Whenever another blue creature enters the battlefield under your control, target player mills 2 cards. So he's playing a mill deck. So I'm going to resolve it, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of him because I don't want those problems right now. Like yeah, not right now. Oh, man. So this is cool. If an effect would create, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and play this right now because he doesn't have any creatures to block him at this moment. And pretty much she's not going to fight for me, but she's just going to be out there for the effects. She's there for the effects. So let's see what he does. Yep, mill card. He does a mill deck. I'll stick around for a little bit, but for the most part, I'm just going to quit because, it's okay. I'm not going to murder his wall, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Tessa. And he can block that, so we'll just be at a standstill on that level. I believe this said, when Wall of Lost enters the battlefield, target player mills 4 cards. So he's probably going to have a Thassa, which is going to allow him to, or he'll use, some of the send back cards. Oh yeah, this is good. Yep, he'll probably counter it. Yeah. Okay, so in response to that, I'm going to murder this. Because I want him to understand that for every action, I have a reaction as well. But he's definitely taking advantage of my deck, so I'm gonna have to try to get him dealt with pretty quickly. I have 14 cards in my. I think I'm gonna get this Hunted Witness. Okay. When Riverwise Augur enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from the hand on top in your library in any order. Okay, great. So he's basically focusing on himself. He's going to keep himself with 7 cards always, and he's going to try to take advantage of me not having any cards. Okay. I'm going to Fatal Push. I'm going to Fatal Push this one. No, because I can't, because it's got 4. I'm going to Fatal Push this one. And then I'm going to Disentome, and I'm going to get... Ooh. Now this is actually cool. But I gotta get 1 more mana in order for that to make sense. I'm going to attack with her because he can't block it. Because if he tries to block it, he's going to die. So there... And I'm just going to... I guess I'm just going to have to whittle him down. And try to get as much value out of what I'm able to play on the board. What is this? Whenever you draw cards, each opponent mills. Yeah, see, he's playing a mill deck, and that's all he's going to do. He's not going to do anything. Yeah. Okay. So now I protected myself from his flyer. See, these 2 wouldn't have been able to block this, and he could have nickel and dimed me and whatever. But I am going to be able to protect myself from his flyer, and he's definitely not going to block that fly. Well, he may if he figures he has something else up his sleeve, but for the most part, he won't. I'm going to attack with her because he can block or die. I mean, but he's going to go down. Yep, damn it. Yeah, I'm going to take him out. I'm thinking I may win this. If I get 1 more, let's see, how many do I have? I still have 31 cards. Yeah, he doesn't have enough. In my opinion, he doesn't have enough to take me down once I flood my board. So, and that's if I get the chance. I need 1 more white mana to take advantage of. Oh, this is what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to use her yet, and the reason why is because I need my creatures, because she kills everybody. Boom. So you see how it was 3, he can only get 3, but this allowed me to get 6. Yeah, he thought it was nice, and I'm going to say thank you. All right. And I'm definitely going to attack with both of them and leave everyone else to defend. He's not going to block, or if he does block, then he needs to have a hell of a creature to come out and help him. Yeah, he's going to just take the damage. Yep. And at that point, the game is over. He can attempt to, he can do whatever he wants. I mean, I have this game locked up. He has 1 mana. I'll basically swing with everyone, and he won't recover. Yeah, see, 23 cards. He doesn't have enough cards to keep his milling ability going. So he returned everything to my hand. Okay. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Whisperer again. I'm going to protect myself from flyers. Mill decks can be fun, but they mostly are annoying. Yeah, they're mostly annoying. And he doesn't have to use any mana to do it, so that's the big key to his deck. That was a good card that he played to send everything back to my hand. I pretty much had it won, but I underestimated the fact that he would actually do something like that. So that was good. That was, yeah. If he wins, he's gonna win off of milling. He won't win off of fighting. And at this point, he doesn't care that he loses these people, because these are effectively going to win in the game. Yeah, see, he's. We're gonna just go ahead and just resolve it. We're gonna let him take this victory. Oh wait, I might win. I might win. My turn. Come on, dude. I see. This is what I dislike. I dislike when people take way too much time to think about something that they were already in the course of doing. Like, dude, you've already played, so now I'm gonna play her, which is funny because she's not gonna kill me. She's not gonna kill my creatures. She's gonna kill all of his. So that's done. And guess what? I just won this game. He tried really hard. I got to give him that much credit. He tried really, really hard. Wow, I thought I was gonna be gone, but when he sent everybody back, there were two things I was thinking about. How much does he have effectively to mill my cards? And he had a lot. He was really good at doing that. That's something that his deck was masterful in, the ability to mill. But wherein lies the problem was the fact that he didn't realize that I had something that was going to take away his defense. Because let's say I didn't have the Massacre Girl, I would have effectively had to attack with my flyer, which he would have blocked with his flyer willingly, because it would have given him another turn to take more than 6 cards. You guys saw it. He was literally just taking every card out of my hand. I had 31 at one point and got all the way down to, I think, my very last card. But who knows? So yes, Massacre Girl, really, really good board wipe card, late game or in trouble spots like that. So here's another really good hand to start. I got one black I can play. I got one white I can play. I can play her on the second. I can play him on the second if I want. Yeah, so we're gonna keep everything, and I'm gonna start with the black, obviously, because he has haste and is able to right to work. So that's the whole point of the game, is get him down to 0. So, and I think when I do, oh wow, so he just spread his board out, and one has haste, so that's cool. So he'll even out the damage. I'm gonna play Cruel Celibate, and I'm not gonna attack because I want to defend myself against whatever his strategy is. I don't know what he's going to do. Now he's using red and black, so red can destroy a lot of stuff. He can have some shocks. He can have a lot of high damage instants and sorceries, which would definitely put me at a disadvantage. But he also is playing black, so a lot of what disappears on his board will definitely have the ability to come back. So let's see what this does. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, then this gets 2/2 and gains trample. How about no? How about no? All right, and I'm gonna not attack again because again I need to build a board state, and I also need to keep myself in line of defense because I'm not quite sure what he's going to do. I don't know. So let's check it out. He has 4 cards. I have 4 cards. Pretty much at a standstill. He has more mana than I do. That's another thing that I have to keep myself cognizant about is yes, he's dropping. He's going to spread his board out. And I want to fatal push him. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on this. Now, why didn't it? Well, I guess I can still fatal push him. Get one of them. Okay, and still no attacks. And his goat, unless he buffs it, is pretty useless. I mean, it's good for defense, but it's not going to help him win the game. So This is pretty interesting. He hasn't played anything to affect my... Oh, there's one. And he died. And loses a life, gain a life. Okay. Come on, read the card, dude. Like, you already know what it is. You get these players who they haven't seen things before, and so they take forever to react to it. But, you know, whatever. Everybody has to start somewhere. Okay, come on. Yeah, people, what is that for? Why would you attack with that? You can attack with everything. Well, I'm absolutely going to block this, and let me show you why. Because when he dies, and he can come through with those other two. So I killed that, made another 0/1 useless goat. He just flashed in something, okay. Yep, see, so he has graveyard recurrence, so that's kind of cool. I'm not getting any white mana. This is really robbing me of my strategy right now. So I'm not going to attack because I have to go on the defense. Come on. All right. Wait a minute. Yes, and now he's gonna be top decking in a minute because he's playing his entire hand, which it's good as long as you can keep things rolling, but you know, you definitely don't want to put yourself in a position where you don't know. like I'm looking at these 3 cards in my hand, and I pretty much have a good idea where they could be effective and when you know, I'd want to play them. But that's all considering that I have the mana to do it. He's already got 1, 2, 3. He has 6 mana already, and I only have 3. I may go 2 more hands, and if I don't get any more mana in 2 more hands, I'll concede the game because his board's getting out of hand, and I'm not really standing on anything. Yeah, see, I can't even play her, so. And I'm just gonna not attack, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. Wait, what happened to the music? You guys are probably like, this guy's boring. Of course I'm gonna block these two. Let's see what dirty tricks he has in his hands. He obviously has something up his sleeve. He's probably gonna kill them, murder them or something. Alright. So now I got some life link. How many do you have? Alright. No. See, so what my strategy was to go ahead and attack with everybody. But what I know is that he'll block with the goats, because the goats are good fodder to not be hurt. But what I'm hoping, now this is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to attack him. I'm going to let him be the aggressor. So long as he doesn't take my, so he's top decking. So he's really kind of just blowing in the wind. I'm hoping maybe I can get some mana rolling pretty soon. So that I can effectively do something. Okay, he has somebody with menace. That's always cool. Pass. Are you going to attack or not? What are you going to do? Oh, he's going to... Good. Okay. Still can't do anything. I have 4 mana. If I get 5 mana, this game is over. I will take care of everything. and the reason I say that, not being cocky, but the reason I say that is because from a top decking position, there's no possible way. Like, he'd literally be playing 1 for 1. He'd have a lot of mana, but he'd be playing 1 card for 1, and he'd never effectively have a way to predict or strategize my downfall. So, you know, as long as I'm keeping this stuff in hand, I should be good. But I'm definitely banking on it. Oh, there you go. Wait. Sacrifice another creature, deal 2 damage. Okay, resolve that. And then guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to fatal push your butt. How many? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take care of him. It's called Revolt. Oh goodness. Okay, so he's taking away my board state, which is fine. He'll still now he'll be able to swing in and cause some ruckus, but I got one chance to defend myself, so I swung with the 3-2, that's what I would do. No blocks, take it, and go. Come on, man. There we go. All right. Woo, yeah, there we go. Now watch what happens. Everybody's gone. He has no mana to recover from it. The only thing he can do is bring people back from the dead. It's pretty much what he can do. Yeah. Yep. And he has see, this card has escape, which is a cool feature. And he has enough to get it to escape. How many do you need to escape? I can't tell. I don't know. But yeah, he can keep playing that card. But now I have a stronger creature out. And if I get one more mana, I'm gonna be able to play my worm. But I'm not gonna play my worm yet. I'm gonna play Elspeth and try to widen my board state a little bit. Oh wow. But I'll still be able to kill him if he's too long. So. Oh, how about we just play this first? How about we just play this first? We're gonna hang on for a little bit. Because Elspeth, see, so now I'm excited. You guys can tell I'm excited because this is what's gonna happen. So Anointed Procession is gonna sit there. Unless he can get rid of it, he probably can't because again he's top decking. He's actually trying to keep some cards in his hand. When Elspeth gets out, she does a create 2 soldiers. I'm gonna create 4. I'm gonna do that twice, and he's not gonna be able to recover. Oh, you bastard! See, that's what I'm talking about. Like you get the removal going, and you're on top of the world. So he can swing, and he'll be effective in his swing. Oh man, why would you swing a goat? Yeah, like, I'm asking myself the same thing. Okay. Hello, come on. See, this is the part that I get upset about. Like, you're playing a game that you clearly understand the rules to, and you choose not to play. Like, it doesn't make sense. Just play, Like right now, it's telling him read the card, and he's going to read every single word, even though it effectively, like, what am I doing? What am I doing so fast that you need to read every single word? Come on.
Prepare
All right,
yourself,
so now I gotta
Heliod.
protect myself.
I have killed one god already.
Boom.
Heroes, rally to me.
So he'll never get through. So now I've protected myself. Unless he has two cards in his hand. 1 card in his hand. Now it could be a removal, but it's only gonna remove what, 1? At that point, yeah, no. You're not gonna get through. None of your creatures have trample. And why would I do it? Idiot. Well, I don't mean to call him an idiot. That was wrong. Well, your fate is sealed. Let's see. Let's create more of them.
Courage will bloom in all who seek justice.
I was gonna play her, but I'm gonna play this because I need that mana. Because at this point, I do need to get rid of his people. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't play her. Cool, and that's gonna be cool because she has Afterlife 1, which means she's gonna make 2 if I allow her to block. Yes, things are coming along nicely. I am not going to attack. I'm not going to attack until I have something worthy of attacking. He still has 2 cards in his hand. I have a magic 1. Okay, create the dragon and your guy. And you guys can take Elspeth because guess what? I'll bring her back from the dead. And I got enough mana to... Well, no, I don't have enough mana to do it, but I got enough escape mechanisms to do it. I'll show you guys what escape is. Okay. So, I'm going to block you. How many cards does he have in his graveyard? 7. No. Yeah, you got to block him because... Okay, there we go. Everybody gets something. I don't care. It's the purpose is not to kill him. It's just to take care of you not getting through. Alrighty. This is the upsetting part. He did all of that. Oops, what? Come on, dude. Oh, I can't. See, I can't with this. Come on. Alrighty.
Find your valor and fight.
Wow, how the tide has turned. All right. So he'll be able to kill this, but I'll kill him in return. He can definitely bring it back, which that will be kind of bad for me. But I'm definitely not gonna let it in. But I would. If he attacked. Yeah, look at him. Oh wow, he just gave it up. Did he really just give it up? Oh man, I'm gonna bring Elspeth back out and just keep flooding the board then. I'm gonna keep flooding the board then. I am not gonna give up on flooding the board. Yeah, he's done. He is done.
You must act swiftly and protect the innocent from harm. If you are going to fight beside me.
And I'm thinking he knows this. And I can just nickel and dime him for the rest of the game. He'd have to have a board wipe. Yeah, he's in desperation mode. He is in desperation mode. He's not gonna. If you attack with that, if he attacks with it, he knows the game is over. But he's not. He's probably gonna stand defense. Yep, like I thought. And he conceded, as I would have done too. Yeah, he. I don't think he effectively had any strategy to disrupt my board. He had some really good cards, but nothing really had an answer for strategy. I think, like, I wouldn't call him a beginner, but I just don't think that for a red-black deck, I don't think that his deck was aggressive enough, or as aggressive as I have seen red be, and I don't think that he was he exploited the ability to bring to have recurgence or resurgence back. Bringing creatures back from the dead. I don't think he exploited that enough because he had enough value in creatures that had some pretty nifty tricks to just bring them back. And I mean, his one main one, whatever that ghoul or whatever that was with escape, I mean, that was terrifying. And I think every time it came back, it got a counter because he had 2 counters on it. So that's why I really didn't want to attack, because I didn't want to run the risk of having that thing grow. Which would have just put it all in a bad position for me. So let's play another with this Orzhov deck. So that's two victories, 1 solid victory, 1 concession, and hopefully we can get through this. See what we got. All right. So I got a lot of black in the starting hand, which is fine because it's all a mono color, and if I do get white somewhere down the line, then I'll go ahead and deal with it. But okay, attack, same strategy. It's been cool. Like, you guys have seen Banehound come out for 3 games. Okay, there's my white mana. I'm gonna play my white mana because if I do get something to turn around, this is one of my favorites. Dreadhorde Invasion. So no matter what, he can kill that. He can kill the Hound, and this is gonna always give me. Yep, boom. See, look at that. This is just too much. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play my Green Tutor, and I'm gonna get Tessa right out. All right. Right, and I'm gonna murder it right away. Perfect. Perfect. Everything's going swimmingly well, and he's probably got a deck full of flyers, which is annoying as well. But I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna play another black mana. I'm gonna murder this. And I'm going to play this. Perfect. And at this point, I don't mind top decking because I'm too far ahead. Well, I'm only 6 points ahead, but I mean, he's gonna. I think he's gonna keep playing flyers. Yeah, he's gonna keep playing flyers. He has nothing but a handful of flyers, so that's pretty much gonna be his strategy. Since he's yeah, because I don't really care, because this will come back. So I'm gonna just go ahead and attack with this. He'll block it probably, as he should. I still got my life gain off of it, and I'm gonna get that creature back in a minute. Yeah, this flies. He's not gonna block it. He's gonna let it go through. He has to. He can't be that crazy. Yeah, see, he's reading the Tessa card, so he knows. Yep, he'll let it go through. Because he knew that if that had died, I was gonna get two soldiers. He's smart. But he's probably got a deck full of flyers, which is flying decks. Flying decks are the most advantageous decks, and they really are only combated. Yeah, he gave up. He knew he couldn't win. He knew he wasn't gonna win. But to my point, flying decks can only really be combated by. I mean, they can. So you can, if you have a blue deck, you can definitely send things back to people's hands, which that kind of offstays the strategy of flooding a board with a bunch of flyers. If you have a green deck, then that would be effective because then you could use creatures that have reach, and they could effectively protect you from flyers. Black can definitely kill any and everything, same as red. I mean, every color does have a way to deal with flyers, but the funny part about it is flyers is not the first thing in your mind when you're thinking about building a deck. Like, definitely not in mine. Like, when I build a deck, I'm usually thinking about value, self-value. How can I get more for myself? Like, I don't think for my opponent, because thinking for my opponent just takes less away from me. And even though I definitely want to combat people and make sure that I'm effective in my strategy, it's like I'd much rather spend time thinking about how I can get the best for myself. So, like I said, when I started this deck, I want to be able to get as many things on the board, whether I'm triggering, on the battlefield triggers, dying triggers, token triggers, whatever. I want to get value. I want double or nothing. Okay, so this is a really hard hand to start with. Reason being because these are all binary colors, so you have black and white. I only have one mono, but it's 3 mana, so basically I'd have to sit and wait for this person to wait until I got the 3 mana before I can get something effectively. Like, and I don't want to use a Grim Tutor to get a white mana, which, you know, yeah, it will be a waste of a strategy or a waste of an effective card. It's a mythic card for a reason. And I also don't want a mulligan, because then that's going to take me 1 card shy, and I don't know if shuffling these is going to be, if this is going to be good. But I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to keep the 7, and I'm going to hope to draw a white card. And if I draw one, cool. If I don't, then I'll give it about 3 draws, and then I'll probably concede. Okay, he's playing a Simic deck, which is blue-green. I really dislike these decks. I dislike playing them. I dislike playing against them. What am I going to do? Just... I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to do it because I just really need the white mana. Attack. He's got an advantage because he could kill me. Oh, I need to get rid of that enchantment. Yep, can't. I mean, I could have blocked him. I have Death Touch, but he's on the board. You know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna attack. I'm gonna use him as a blocker. He's gonna effectively try to get a mana ramp. So he's gonna try to get as much land out as he possibly can, which is a really good strategy when you have a lot of high costing cards. Oops. Man, I could just totally take everything out. But I'm gonna focus on the enchantment, get that out of here. And then I'm gonna leave them for defense and see what happens. I want to see what his strategy is. Yeah, he is really good life gain. His mana ramp isn't going off like he probably wanted to, but... Oh yeah, he's good. He's really good. Okay. No attacks. We're going to end the turn. Man, if I get Anointed Procession, man, that's gonna be end game right there. Oh yeah, there's the mana ramp. There's the mana ramp. But if he's gonna run the risk of, or she, they're gonna run the risk of top decking. All right, who has? That's 3. You have 3. You have 1. You have 2. Okay, that's just a blocker, so. Still not going to attack. In the turn. Wait. And remember what I was saying about green having the ability for reach? This is a reach. A creature, if you see the top right, a creature with reach can block creatures with flying easily. So now he has 2 out. Excuse me. So he has 2 that can block my angels. They'll both die, but one of my favorite cards, Siona. That's a good card. That's a really good card. Love that card, actually. All right, I'm gonna do something really weird. So I'm gonna play white, and then I'm gonna play him, right? And let's see how this works out. Now I'm gonna play Master Field. See that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you guys see that? Okay, I don't know. Okay, wait. We have to go back to the board. I think they allow us to view the battlefield. So this is what was going to happen. Okay, this is why he quit. That it happened so fast. Okay, so he effectively quit because again, Massacre Girl is an effective board wipe. It's a board wipe that's a creature, and she's null to her own ability because let's read the card, right? First off, she has menace, so if she attacks, she has to be blocked by 2. But we're not even worried about her attacking ability. We're worried about the existentials. So when Massacre Girl enters the battlefield, each other creature gets -1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1 until end of turn. So basically, every single time so when they have like a 1/1 out, which I believe I had a 1/1 creature out and it died, that stacks onto the next -1, and then that goes to the 2 creatures, and it would have just kept going, and it was gonna basically wipe the board completely and take away every single creature that they had. And what it was going to do for me was that now I had my Hunted Witness. He was going to turn into 2 of these lifelink soldiers. I had him. He's going to turn into 2 of these spirits flying. And then both of them were going to give me 4, which were essentially going to become 8 altogether. And that was going to be on the side of Massacre Girl. Actually, probably not, because the one thing I know is that her stacks keep going even when monsters regenerate. So even when they regenerate, her trigger keeps going. So she may have effectively killed everything, but I wanted to test it out. I wanted to see how it was gonna go. I'm actually quite excited just because they saw the outcome, and you don't get that reaction a lot. But when you do, it's actually pretty fun because look, people deserve to know, like, hey, I think I have you. It's not quite as exhilarating as a game of chess when you already see the checkmate, but it definitely gets the energy pumping. So I'm gonna claim my prize. So let's look at one of these other decks and see what we got going here. Okay, so all right, so we're gonna see. I want to switch up on the decks. I built this one last night. I don't know how I feel about it though. I don't think I played it enough. We're just gonna go. We're going in blind because I don't even remember what I built and how I built it and what it's supposed to do. But I definitely know how to play Magic, so we'll make it work. All right. I was so mad with the new rollout, which they need to have historic brawl. Because if they can do historic brawl, then it will definitely be more like Commander. Okay, so this is a really good starting hand. This is super cool. This is really, really good. I'm keeping this. All right. Oh, you gonna play blue too? Perfect. Up. Somebody on the top. I'll take that. I need mana here. Alrighty. What you got? Okay, playing another Simic deck. He's going to use that to scry. That's a cool card. I've used it a few times. This is a cool card. This is basically it's gonna trouble his deck. It's not. I didn't build a mill deck, but that's definitely gonna give him trouble because if he's expecting something and I happen to put it in the graveyard, then that'll be an advantage to me. We can't use this yet because we have to proliferate, so we gotta wait for something with counters. So I'm gonna end turn and I'm gonna counter whatever he does with a cancel. Because now he has a good amount of mana. And I played a blue spell, so you got a mill too for that. So it's kind of like punishing. Ooh, got rid of one of his planeswalkers. I saw that. Cool beans. Now I could effectively make him believe that this is a counter deck, which would be funny, but he has nobody on the board, so let's take advantage of that. the fairy card. Ooh, what is that? Oh, I hate this guy. He's good for card draw. So he's going to try to get a huge mana ramp. He probably has a lot of high costing creatures, but that's fine because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock their butt down.
I'll think of something.
I'm going to get rid of this because I don't really want to concern myself with wiping his board yet. I'd much rather control his board. Come on, you got enough land, you got enough everything. Sometimes I get myself hyped up because it's like I'm thinking for the opponent. Like, yo, come on, man. Come on, crazy. But he has to have it. Oh, that is a huge card. I'm gonna draw a card every turn.
Like
yes.
Are fleeting.
I'm going to get rid of the proliferate card. I don't have anything with counters at the moment. That card can get out of hand quickly. Yeah. Create a one like that. Yeah, it's blue, so. Oh, I'm putting his planeswalkers in the dirt.
My employer sends his regards. I learned
so
a
now I'm
few
protecting
tricks
myself.
on Kaladesh.
I'm gonna draw a card, discard a card.
Fast.
I'm gonna get rid of this guy because I don't really have enough instances of sorcery to effectively make that, a threat. But I definitely got the threats in my hands, so. Ooh. Oh my goodness, he's gonna have a flying shark that's 7. Oh gosh, I should have kept that thing to wipe his board. Oh my gosh. Choose a card to be shuffled into your opponent's library. I'm going to choose Omniscience because that's a heck of a card. I think that gives him the ability to play anything with no mana. He just won the game. He has a tricky deck. It's funny. I'm just gonna leave it out. Yeah. So that's a really well thought out deck. That's I have that card too, but I've never knew how to use it. And honestly, with effects like that, I wouldn't use it. So yeah. Well, I hope he's happy. When you rely, what's funny about Magic? It's like if you rely on tricks to beat me, like I congratulate you, because I am very confident that like deck for deck you couldn't beat me on a one-on-one. Like you can't go creature for creature, spell for spell with me. Usually people have to take that backdoor victory. When they do win face to face, I am super ecstatic. I love it because then, like I said, it gives me that ability to rethink my deck. Like I would never change my deck based on that. Like that was seriously just a backdoor victory. It's something that he probably got off the internet. If he thought about it himself, then I definitely give him kudos. Because I think it's really cool when like you can like think and effectively make something happen that nobody else is emulating, or you're not seeing it, replicated in any other fashion. It's super cool. Because then you kind of know that you're blazing your own trail. What do we got here? Okay. Yeah, okay. This is going to be a good one to keep. I'm going to keep it even though I don't have any creatures to protect me. But whatever it is. Look at my mana in my hand. That's good stuff. Oh, yeah. Definitely want to get that. But I don't want to get out of hand if I don't drop any creatures anytime soon. Yes, I will take that. Okay, what do we got? Okay. I'm gonna put my flyer out. Okay, so this is going to be a lifelink deck, and they're reinforcing or ensuring themselves with flyers, which is cool. Can't really do anything at this point, so I'm just going to say next. No attacks. In the turn. Oh, yes. Got my Shark Typhoon. That's going to be cool because maybe he has an Orsov deck. He might. Play the Shark Typhoon. No, oh my gosh. I can't. How many do I have here? Is that 4? And I won't be able to play him because, well, I could. But no, he'll I don't know what to do. Yeah, we'll just try it.
This silent, obedient perfection.
No attacks. So we'll have to protect him. I was thinking of doing it in reverse. Oh, wow. Okay. That sucks. Okay. See if I can get some non-creature spells. Yeah, he's hating. Oh my goodness. Not gonna block. Let's just go ahead and get it. Yeah, he's hated on every single thing I have. So that's. I'll put this flyer out. That'll be cool. Let's see. I don't know why I chose that one. It doesn't really matter. I don't know what's up with his sporadic kind of like he's like in and out. Like what is that? Okay. I'm not gonna play Teferi now because well I could. Let's just play it. What are we doing?
Is fragile, yet
I'm gonna play,
it chews through the strongest metals.
Drop.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Get rid of the land because I already got it. No attacks. So I'm pretty well protected. This guy. Okay.
Ideas, like seconds, are fleeting.
Well, let him hit him. I'm not gonna.
I waited too long there. Let's make this quick. Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Right, we're gonna get rid of the mirror.
Time to improvise.
What the heck? It's too late in the game. I mean, I'm gonna lose probably. No attacks. He's definitely gonna go after the Teferi.
love a good puzzle.
And I'm going to discard. Heck yes. All right. Yeah, you can go ahead and do 2 damage. I'm still alive.
This used to be easier.
Okay.
Must have missed something. Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Alright, so I'm just stalling you.
You have no place in my plans. A master builds with ease.
I love this game. And that's it. Can't do anything about that.
Think fast.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but I was just trying to get my health back up for Teferi. No blocks, please.
Cease this nonsense! I made you a gift. I do love
you need the land, so no attacks. I just got a lot of mana. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. No attacks. I think at this point I should concede. Good game, and I'm going to concede. Because it's really going nowhere fast. It's not going to improve. And one thing I can tell you about his deck, or her deck, I keep saying him. Well, I guess Leroy. Leroy didn't have anything to really push to end game, and like he had enough to thwart my advance, but he didn't have anything to like counter that measure to say like, okay, I'm stopping you from doing that because I want to do this. Like he wasn't doing anything. He had a pretty solid board state, but like he wasn't even using it. So it was just, I don't know, it got a little weird, but it does that sometimes. But I think that goes with the rigors of playing Magic the Gathering. You effectively have to learn, like, how can I start a game effectively? How can I maintain my game effectively? And how can I end a game effectively? So I'm going to keep this 7. Oh, wow. Okay, so he doesn't have anything to start with. I'm going to go ahead and activate the ability. Adapt, which gives me a 1/1 counter. And draw a card. I'm going to discard a card. I'm going to discard this. I don't know why I have 2 of those in my hand. Like 2 board wipes that are 6 mana apiece. That's definitely something to take out of your deck in line for something that's cheaper and possibly more effective. Oh. Yep, That's red for you. Alrighty. I'm gonna take this Jace. No, I'll take this. Take that man. Because I believe since it's one of my top... No, I think I shuffled him back, so Jace will be gone, but it's fine. Now, he may have a really hateful deck. He probably has a lot of red removal and exile, and that's hard to combat, but it looks like he's going black, blue, red. So he could probably just be trying to take advantage of a lot of different mechanics, or he probably has something really, really tricky in his hand. I'll just say next. And I like doing this right here, which is not dropping creatures, because the one thing that I hope translates over the board is, you know, there is a right and a wrong way to play Magic. And like when you play with so much hate, you know, like when you reflect that hate, it really doesn't make it fun for anybody. And if it's fun for you, then that's cool and whatever. But I effectively don't drop things because I'm like, look, this isn't fun. You're destroying every single thing that comes out of my hand. You can't even possibly tell me what strategy I have because you're not even letting my wheels turn. And that's like, and again, it's neither here nor there, but that's how I like to play. You know, like I like to see exactly what a person is capable of doing, and in those capabilities, I like to realize whether I can or cannot stop it. You know, I think people just play with a more fearful mind, and that they don't want to lose, and it's tough for them. So, you know, it is what it is, and you know, everybody plays their own certain way, but I just hope that people who do play in a more hateful tone kind of, you know, just chill a little bit, you know, just at the very least see what the cards are about. But I don't know. I can't even begin to speculate why he quit, but yeah, I guess that's something to figure out on a later day. What are the rewards? I don't even use red, so this will just go into my crap pile. But yeah, I think that is going to do it as far as this stream. I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing possibly more tonight. We'll see. But, you know, I got to do the podcast today, which is going to be 12 p.m. Pacific time. It's going to be a really exciting thing. And then later today, we're going to do More Than a Podcast Unfiltered, basically a reaction off of the Saturday podcast. And throughout the week, we just talk random nothings and just have a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys can join us. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here, get prepared for the later part of the day. Hopefully you're enjoying your day. Hopefully you're enjoying your time. Hopefully you are doing something that is making you smile and happy and be a better person. So with that all being said, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. This is James for More Than a Podcast.